Scarlet.
Travel back to the dazzling world of the 1930s, where the film adaptation of a beloved novel took center stage, winning an astonishing 10 Oscars. This cinematic masterpiece, based on Margaret Mitchell's 1936 work, mesmerized audiences with its powerful storytelling and remarkable performances. Behind the scenes, however, tensions simmered, particularly between the iconic leading man and a talented actress. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, yet off-camera, a rift grew that would haunt their relationship for years. The actress, known for her fierce dedication to her craft, found herself grappling with the fallout of events that unfolded during production. As the cameras rolled, personal conflicts and unspoken grievances created an atmosphere thick with unfulfilled expectations. The actress's inability to forgive the leading man for his actions behind the set would shape her career and personal life, leaving an indelible mark on Hollywood history. The story of their tumultuous relationship reveals the complexities of fame, ambition, and the price of success in an era defined by glamour and heartbreak.
There's horses, Miss Melly. Here they come.
With over a decade devoted to her craft, Margaret Mitchell's journey to publish her book was both secretive and labor-intensive. For more than 10 years, she poured her heart and soul into her writing, creating a sweeping narrative set against the backdrop of the Civil War and the Reconstruction era in America. During this time, few knew of her work, as she chose to keep her efforts largely private. The manuscript was not an easy feat, as she wrestled with the characters, the plot, and the vivid emotions that would eventually resonate with readers. Finally, in 1936, her labor came to fruition when her novel was published. The response was immediate and explosive, with the book flying off the shelves and selling millions of copies almost overnight. The story of Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler captivated audiences, and it was awarded the Pulitzer Prize in 1937, solidifying its place in literary history. This recognition not only marked a significant achievement for Mitchell, but also established her as a formidable voice in American literature, creating lasting legacies that would endure through adaptations and countless discussions. The timeless themes of love, loss, and resilience embedded in the narrative contributed to its success, allowing the film adaptation to thrive and attract new generations of fans. As the years went by, the impact of her work continued to shape cultural conversations about history and identity.
Mind if I walk about and look over your place? I seem to be spoiling everybody's brandy and cigars and dreams.
3 years after the novel's release, Gone with the Wind was adapted into a film in 1939, which achieved great success and left a lasting legacy in cinema. David O. Selznick, the movie's producer, faced internal struggles with drug addiction during production, creating a challenging work environment for the cast and crew. Selznick's addiction added an extra layer of complexity to the already demanding task of bringing this epic story to the silver screen. Despite the challenges, the film went on to become a cinematic masterpiece, captivating audiences with its sweeping narrative, memorable characters, and stunning visual presentation. This classic continues to be celebrated and studied by film enthusiasts and scholars alike, solidifying its place as one of the most iconic and influential movies in the history of Hollywood.
From this watch now, Miss Scarlett, you need all your valuables to sell for that tax money.
Initially, director George Cukor was chosen to helm the production of the classic film Gone with the Wind. However, he was later dismissed due to creative differences and potential discrimination related to his sexual orientation. This paved the way for the casting of the lead role of Scarlett O'Hara, which saw over 1,400 actresses competing for the part. Ultimately, Vivien Leigh was selected to portray the iconic Southern belle, but she faced challenges with her British accent and backlash from Southern heritage organizations who were concerned about her ability to authentically represent the character. Despite these obstacles, Leigh's performance as Scarlett O'Hara in the film has become one of the most memorable in cinematic history.
Excellent.
I don't know where the mate for this is. She must have put it.
Vivien Leigh faced significant personal challenges while portraying Scarlett O'Hara in the film. Struggling with bipolar disorder, she dealt with emotional highs and lows that added strain to her performance. This mental health condition made it difficult for her to maintain the energy and focus required for such a demanding role. Despite these struggles, Leigh's talent shone through, and she became iconic in the role. As for Rhett Butler, the character was famously portrayed by Clark Gable. Initially, Margaret Mitchell, the author of the novel on which the film is based, suggested Groucho Marx for the role, which seems surprising given the character's serious nature. However, producer David O. Selznick had a different vision and strongly advocated for Gable, believing he was the perfect fit for the part. This decision ultimately shaped the dynamic between Scarlett and Rhett, contributing to the film's lasting impact on cinema. The combination of Lee's personal battles and Gable's strong presence created a powerful on-screen chemistry that captivated audiences.
So rustly that the Lord would think it was made of angel's wings.
Well, she won't take it from you. She'd rather die than wear it.
In the classic film Gone with the Wind, Clark Gable's character, Rhett Butler, faced a profound emotional moment when he experienced the loss of his daughter. Gable, known for his tough guy persona, skillfully balanced this vulnerability, showcasing his range as an actor. Meanwhile, Hattie McDaniel made history as the first African-American to win an Academy Award for her portrayal of Mammy in the film. Despite facing racism and segregation during the ceremony, McDaniel's powerful performance and groundbreaking achievement left an indelible mark on the industry. The movie's ability to blend Gable's emotional depth with McDaniel's trailblazing success is a testament to the film's enduring legacy and its impact on the cinematic landscape.
Money, Miss Wilkes. It's good money, even if it is mine.
I'm sure you're very generous.
Criticism arose regarding Hattie McDaniel's role in the film, as some observers argued that it romanticized African-American characters in a context saturated with racial tension and historical injustices during the Civil War era. While McDaniel's outstanding performance won her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, the complexity of portraying a character defined by loyalty and subservience led to debates about the representation of black individuals in Hollywood at that time. In juxtaposition, Clark Gable, who played Rhett Butler, stood firmly in support of McDaniel when she was not invited to the Atlanta premiere due to segregationist laws that prevented her from attending. His actions demonstrated a loyalty that transcended the racial divides of their time. This solidarity highlighted the personal relationships formed on set and emphasized McDaniel's talent, challenging the status quo of how African Americans were depicted in cinema. Their friendship served as a poignant reminder of individual humanity amid societal constraints, stirring dialogues about race and representation that still resonate today. Technological advancements during the production of this classic film played a crucial role in creating its stunning visual appeal. One of the standout features was the use of Technicolor, which vividly brought the story to life on screen. The filmmakers took great care in post-production to enhance Vivien Leigh's captivating performance, even transforming her eye color to make her character more striking. This attention to detail helped to solidify the film's impact on audiences and its legacy in cinematic history. In addition to the impressive color work, the burning of Atlanta scene marked a remarkable achievement in practical effects. This moment was not only pivotal to the story, but also required extensive planning and execution. The production team faced the formidable task of destroying old sets to create the illusion of a city engulfed in flames. The decision to use real fire and destruction added a layer of authenticity to the sequence that has left an indelible mark on viewers. The combination of technological innovation and dedicated craftsmanship made this scene one of the most memorable in film history, showcasing the artistic and technical prowess of the era.
Let it get torn. Promise me.
You mustn't worry. I'll bring it back to you without any holes in it.
Despite his confident persona on screen, Clark Gable was self-conscious about his appearance, particularly the size of his ears. This influenced certain filming choices during the production of the classic film Gone with the Wind. The movie famously included the line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn," which was a bold defiance of the censorship rules of the Hays Code at the time. Gable's insecurities about his looks led the filmmakers to carefully frame and light shots to minimize the prominence of his ears, ensuring he appeared as dashing and leading man-like as possible. The iconic line, spoken by Gable's character Rhett Butler, pushed the boundaries of acceptable language in Hollywood, challenging the strict moral guidelines that govern the industry. This combination of Gable's personal concerns and the film's groundbreaking dialogue made Gone with the Wind a landmark production that left a lasting impact on cinema.
Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Amidst the grand production of the film, significant challenges arose that tested the creativity and resourcefulness of the entire team. One notable issue was the need to depict the devastating effects of war. The filmmakers opted to use dummies to portray wounded soldiers, a decision that, while unconventional, added a chilling realism to the battle scenes. These lifelike dummies evoked a powerful emotional response, enhancing the visual impact of the narrative and immersing the audience in the heart-wrenching realities faced by the characters. In those tense and demanding filming days, moments of levity became essential for maintaining morale. Clark Gable, known for his playful spirit, surprised Hattie McDaniel with a memorable prank. During a scene where she expected a comforting cup of tea, Gable mischievously replaced it with whiskey. The unexpected switch caught her off guard, leading to a genuine moment of laughter amid the intense atmosphere of production. This playful interaction not only strengthened their behind-the-scenes relationship, but also created an unforgettable anecdote that added to the camaraderie present on set. Such moments painted a vibrant picture of the spirited nature of the film's creation.
Father, I'm so glad to see you. Tell me about Tara, about my mother. She didn't write me.
She got sick.
Despite Vivien Leigh's crucial role and extensive hours spent on set, she faced significant wage disparity compared to her male co-star, Clark Gable, during the making of this classic. The imbalance in pay highlighted broader issues of gender pay disparity prevalent in Hollywood at that time. Even though the film became a monumental cinematic achievement, showcasing the artistry and technical prowess of its creators, it also served as a reminder of the inequalities that women faced in the film industry. The disparities in compensation were not just about numbers, but were indicative of the prevailing attitudes towards women in the workforce. The movie remains a cornerstone in film history, inspiring discussions about gender roles, the portrayal of women, and the cultural significance embedded within its narrative. Its legacy continues to fuel dialogues about the evolution of gender equality in cinema and beyond. The experiences of its female lead reflect the ongoing challenges that many women encounter, making the film relevant even decades later. The impact of these issues resonates through the historical lens, demonstrating that while progress has been made, the conversation about equal pay and representation in the arts is far from over.
Dry your eyes. If you had it all to do over again, you'd do no different.
The film had a significant impact on American culture and cinema. It was one of the first movies to portray the Civil War and its aftermath in a grand and dramatic way. The story follows strong characters, especially Scarlett O'Hara, who faces many challenges. This classic showed the struggles of love, loss, and survival during a difficult time in history. Its stunning visuals and memorable music set a high standard for future films. The legacy of the movie continues today as it raises important discussions about race, gender, and historical representation. While it is celebrated for its storytelling and production, it also faces criticism for its romanticized view of the South and its portrayal of slavery. These discussions keep the film relevant as audiences reflect on its themes and the lessons it offers. The movie remains a touchstone in film history, influencing filmmakers and inspiring new generations to explore complex narratives. Its ability to spark conversation ensures that it will be remembered for years to come.
Be kind to Captain Butler. He loves you so.
During the casting for the 1939 movie Gone with the Wind, the selection process was intense and involved many talented actors. Vivien Leigh was ultimately chosen for the role of Scarlett O'Hara after an extensive search. Initially, over 1,400 actresses auditioned for the part, but it was Vivien's passionate reading of the character that captured the attention of producer David O. Selznick. She had previously performed in theater and possessed a fierce resolve that mirrored Scarlett's personality. For the role of Rhett Butler, Clark Gable was Selznick's first choice, but he was not immediately available. Gable's charm and strong screen presence made him the perfect fit. After some negotiations, he was secured for the film, which would become one of his most iconic roles. Supporting roles also required careful consideration. Hattie McDaniel was cast as Mammy, showcasing exceptional talent amidst the ongoing racial tensions of the time. Auditions were rigorous, with emphasis on authenticity and chemistry among the cast, especially between Leigh and Gable. Their chemistry tests were crucial and demonstrated a palpable tension that resonated well on screen. Moreover, other key actors like Leslie Howard and Olivia de Havilland underwent detailed discussions and meetings, ensuring they matched the vision for their characters. Selznick's insistence on finding the right actors resulted in a cast that not only embodied the characters, but also developed relationships that brought depth to the film. These moments and decisions solidified a legendary casting process that shaped one of cinema's most beloved stories.
Still the little hypocrite.
Well, aren't you going to keep...
The directorial vision behind the 1939 classic film Gone with the Wind was shaped by the renowned director Victor Fleming, who brought a unique approach to adapting the sweeping novel to the silver screen. Drawing inspiration from the grand scale and dramatic flair of classic Hollywood epics, Fleming crafted a visually stunning production that captured the tumultuous era of the American Civil War with meticulous attention to detail. Collaborating closely with the film's talented cast, including Vivien Leigh, Clark Gable, and Leslie Howard, Fleming guided the actors in delivering powerful performances that brought the complex characters to life. His directorial style emphasized the emotional intensity of the story, blending sweeping panoramic shots with intimate character moments to create a cinematic experience that resonated with audiences. Fleming's creative influences were evident in the film's lush, Technicolor cinematography and the grand sweeping score composed by Max Steiner. The director's keen eye for visual storytelling was showcased in the film's iconic set pieces, such as the burning of Atlanta and the dramatic final scenes at Terra, which have become indelible images in the annals of cinema. Through his collaborative approach and unwavering vision, Victor Fleming transformed Margaret Mitchell's beloved novel into a cinematic masterpiece that has endured as a timeless classic, captivating audiences for generations.
Tara.
Yes.
Set design for Gone with the Wind was an enormous task, showcasing stunning attention to detail. The elaborate sets recreated the grandeur of the South before the Civil War. A team of talented designers transformed the studio into a lush southern landscape filled with mansions, cotton fields, and bustling towns. Filming took place primarily at Selznick International Pictures in Los Angeles, but location shoots were essential to capture authentic southern scenery. The logistics were challenging. Weather, extensive planning, and the coordination of large crowds were always in play. Innovations included the use of Technicolor, which helped bring the rich visuals to life, making the costumes and settings vibrant. The filmmakers also utilized large-scale miniatures for expansive scenes, setting a new standard in filmmaking. The dedication of the cast and crew, combined with these innovative techniques, led to the creation of a cinematic masterpiece that has captivated audiences through generations.
Well, isn't it enough that you've gathered every other man's heart today? You've always had mine.
The score and soundtrack for the 1939 film Gone with the Wind were integral to the movie's enduring success and emotional impact. Composer Max Steiner, known as the father of film music, crafted a sweeping, romantic orchestral score that perfectly captured the film's grand scale and dramatic narrative. Steiner drew inspiration from classical composers like Tchaikovsky, blending lush melodies and powerful, emotive themes to underscore the tumultuous lives of Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler against the backdrop of the American Civil War. The film's iconic theme song, Terrace Theme, became an instantly recognizable musical motif, evoking the grandeur of the O'Hara family plantation and Scarlett's unwavering determination. Steiner's score seamlessly transitioned between rousing battle sequences, tender love scenes, and poignant moments of loss and heartbreak, guiding the audience through the film's emotional journey. The soundtrack also featured popular songs of the era, such as Dixie and the Battle Cry of Freedom, which helped to situate the story within the historical context of the Civil War. The integration of these familiar tunes with Steiner's original compositions created a rich, immersive musical tapestry that has endured as a beloved and integral part of the Gone with the Wind cinematic experience.
Oh, and I'm scared somebody will recognize this carriage if I stayed here any longer. That wouldn't do you no good.
One of the most iconic scenes in Gone with the Wind is the burning of Atlanta, a visually stunning sequence that showcases the film's impressive production values. Director Victor Fleming masterfully captures the chaos and destruction, with sweeping camera movements and dramatic lighting that heighten the sense of urgency. Vivien Leigh's performance as Scarlett O'Hara is particularly memorable, as she navigates the burning city with a mixture of determination and desperation. The scene's impact is further amplified by the haunting score composed by Max Steiner, which underscores the emotional turmoil of the characters. According to producer David O. Selznick, the burning of Atlanta was a pivotal moment that set the tone for the entire film and cemented its status as a cinematic masterpiece. Another iconic scene is the confrontation between Scarlett and Rhett Butler on the staircase, where their turbulent relationship reaches a climactic point. Gable's charismatic performance and the film's masterful use of lighting and framing create a powerful and unforgettable moment that has become ingrained in popular culture. The scene's impact is further enhanced by the dialogue, which is both emotionally charged and quotable. As Rhett famously declares, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." The audience is left with a lasting impression of the film's enduring legacy. The film Gone with the Wind had a profound cultural and social impact when it was released in 1939. It resonated deeply with audiences, becoming a massive box office success and winning numerous awards. The story, set during the American Civil War and Reconstruction era, captured the struggles of its main character, Scarlett O'Hara, and her determination to survive against all odds. This portrayal of resilience and strength appealed to many viewers, especially during the challenging times of the Great Depression. Moreover, the film influenced pop culture significantly, introducing memorable quotes and iconic scenes that remain part of American cinema history. It shaped perceptions of the South and romanticized the antebellum period, leading to discussions about race, class, and gender roles. While it showcased the bravery and spirit of its characters, it also faced criticism for its portrayal of slavery and the romanticized view of the Confederacy. This sparked debates about historical accuracy and the representation of African Americans in film. As a result, Gone with the Wind became a touchstone for discussions on race relations and the legacy of the Civil War, prompting audiences to reflect on the complexities of history and identity. Its impact continues to be felt in modern discussions about race and representation in media, making it a significant cultural artifact that invites ongoing analysis and conversation.
Nothing to ease this pain. Now run along and don't bother me. Oh, don't worry, child. There's nothing to bring it.
Upon its release, Gone with the Wind received a mix of praise and criticism. Critics hailed its grand storytelling and stunning visuals, while some pointed out its romanticized view of the South and challenging racial themes. The film's sweeping scope and its detailed depiction of the Civil War era resonated with many viewers, making it a favorite among audiences. This widespread popularity led to strong box office performance and mixed reviews from different publications, creating a compelling conversation around its cultural significance. The film won multiple Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director for Victor Fleming, Best Actress for Vivien Leigh, and Best Supporting Actress for Hattie McDaniel, who became the first African American to win an Oscar. These accolades highlighted the film's artistic achievements and its impact on cinema. For those involved, such recognition solidified their legacies in Hollywood history. The emotional connection viewers felt toward characters like Scarlett O'Hara and Rhett Butler ensured the film's lasting legacy and continued relevance in popular culture, further demonstrating the complex relationship it shares with audiences.
I haven't any clothes.
During the making of Gone with the Wind, there were many behind-the-scenes moments that revealed the dedication of the cast and crew. For instance, Vivien Leigh, who played Scarlett O'Hara, faced immense pressure to truly embody her character. She often practiced her lines in the mirror, aiming to refine her emotional delivery. The famous quote, "As God is my witness, I'll never be hungry again," took countless takes as Leigh wanted to get it just right. Meanwhile, Clark Gable, portraying Rhett Butler, was known to have a prankster side. He would often tease Leigh on set, sharing jokes to lighten the mood during long filming hours. The crew faced its battles as well. The elaborate sets, designed to replicate the grandeur of the South, took thousands of hours to build. One anecdote tells of a massive fire that broke out on set, which worried everyone. Thankfully, nobody was harmed, but it disrupted filming for days. The iconic filming of the burning of Atlanta had many crew members secretly anxious, holding their breath as they coordinated the chaotic scene. Above all, these experiences bound the cast and crew together, creating a deep sense of camaraderie that would resonate long after the final credits rolled.
I'll be back.
Oh, no!
The film Gone with the Wind has left a significant mark on cinema since its release in 1939. Its grand storytelling, memorable characters, and sweeping visuals set a new standard for epic films. The movie's portrayal of the American South during the Civil War and Reconstruction era sparked discussions about race, history, and memory. Its complex characters, especially Scarlett O'Hara, have influenced how female protagonists are written in film. The film's success also paved the way for larger budgets and more ambitious productions in Hollywood. Many filmmakers have drawn inspiration from its narrative style and character development. The film's iconic scenes and quotes have permeated popular culture, appearing in various forms of media. Its impact can be seen in later works that explore themes of love, loss, and resilience against a backdrop of historical events. The legacy of Gone with the Wind continues to be felt, as it remains a reference point for discussions about film, history, and representation.
And now I find myself in a world which for me is worse than death. A world in which there's no...
Reflecting on the film Gone with the Wind, many people have found it to be not just a story of love and loss, but a powerful look at the complexities of life during a turbulent time in American history. Whether you first saw it as a young adult or rediscovered it later in life, the film likely stirred deep emotions within you. Personal stories about how it shaped your views on love, sacrifice, or even historical context are invaluable. Perhaps it inspired you to explore other classic films or piqued your interest in the Civil War and its aftermath. Sharing your experiences can help others connect with the film on a more personal level. Your memories matter and might encourage someone else to revisit the movie or discover its rich narrative for the first time. Interacting with this content by liking, sharing, or subscribing allows us to explore more cinematic gems together. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts and experiences with Gone with the Wind. Your voice is important in this ongoing conversation.
Only $25 to give your...
$150 in gold.